Hey, this is Stacy from Let's Cook, y'all. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new, welcome. We're really glad you're here. We hope you'll enjoy the content on our channel and you'll consider hitting that red subscribe button. We're back with some weekly meal ideas. We tried a couple of things new. We hope you enjoy all the food in this week's What's for Dinner video. I'm going to make a marinade. 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. 4 tablespoons of sour cream, a teaspoon of mustard, and I'm going to use Dijon. Haven't made this before. I don't know if it needs another kind. It did not say. 1/3 cup of sweet chili sauce, a teaspoon of honey, and a 1/2 teaspoon of sriracha. I don't know if I'm going to add the whole 1/2 teaspoon. I'm kind of a wimp. And the recipe did not call for garlic or salt, but I read through the comments, and I will leave a link to the website. It's creme de la creme. Some of the commenters said it needed garlic and salt. Mix this up, cut up my chicken, and marinate my chicken in this for about an hour. I'm going to reserve a little bit of it to put on it at the end and use the rest as a marinade. I left mine in the Ziploc in the refrigerator marinating for about an hour and then put it on metal skewers. Remember, if you're using wooden, to soak them first. Since Tim was going to be grilling, I got out my grill basket and fixed the vegetables I had, which was some diced zucchinis and chopped up onion. I would have added mushrooms if I'd had them. Grill nasta.
Spread it out as much as possible.
So these have honey and no oil, so I thought maybe the mat would work better. It said the recipe that I found it on a website said to flip them after like 4 or 5 minutes. Does that sound right to you?
It does.
Okay. And in about 10 minutes, we might have food. I'm very excited about this. Are you very excited?
I am.
Bang, bang.
Chicken.
Bang, bang chicken and vegetables. Oh boy, that mat's going to be fun to clean.
Mm-hmm.
All right, veggies look good. Put the lid back down or not? Darth Maul gloves. I love your gloves.
They smell delicious.
They do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
We have high hopes for this one. Let's hope it tastes good. We'll leave a comment. This is a new recipe for bang chicken skewers. I saved some of the sauce, didn't go in the marinade for us to dip in. We grilled some vegetables. I made us a big salad. I know I love when Tim grills, and everything he grills is always really good, and this looks pretty promising. So, bang bang chicken skewers, veggies, and salad is what's for dinner today.
I have a confession to make.
Oh no, those words strike fear into my heart.
I tasted it, and it was really
What do you mean you tasted it? What do you mean you tasted it?
Couldn't help it.
Okay, so it's good?
It's good.
Awesome.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. That's, well, 2 thumbs up from Tim. Or 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up for Tim. That's what's for dinner today. These were delicious. We polished off every bite, and we talked about doing them whole next time, but we both agreed you need to skewer them. It gets it crispy on all sides. It's just a lot better as a skewer than it would be as a whole chicken breast. But these were delicious. Bang bang chicken skewers. For tonight's meal, I'm trying to use some things from my pantry and freezer. I got out this Tony Chachere's brown gravy mix to start making some gravy. If you don't have this container, just use a packet of brown gravy mix, like from Kroger or another grocery store. I have not seen these in a while at my Sam's Club, but I had the other half of this 2-pack of these mozzarella chicken meatballs. I'm sure you could use any kind of frozen meatball that you can find in your store, chicken, beef, or turkey. I got a large skillet going and then added some olive oil and started sauteing the frozen meatballs. This packaged brown gravy mix does have a lot of sodium, but I added some black pepper and a little bit of Worcestershire and kept the gravy heated up. I also took another pan and put some water on to boil, put my little steamer basket in it, and steamed some broccoli and cauliflower. Got a really quick one today. I am both happy to have these chicken meatballs in the freezer from Sam's. Also happy to get them out. That way I can make some homemade. I will miss finding them in there and having an easy option in the freezer. They're delicious. They were easy, they're quick, but I've not been able to find them since right after I bought this package. I think they disappeared. To go with them, just made some mashed potatoes, steamed some fresh broccoli and cauliflower, made a salad. Quick and easy, probably under 15 minutes. Meatballs, mashed potatoes and gravy, veggies and a salad is what's for dinner today. I've spent so much time lately working on this 17 breakfast ideas video, and it made me hungry for waffles. So since I had buttermilk, I decided to make some waffles. 1 3/4 cups of flour, tablespoon of sugar, tablespoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, some vanilla, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 4 eggs, 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk. We love making breakfast for dinner. This is just your standard waffle or pancake recipe. You mix up the wet ingredients, then in a separate bowl you mix up all the dry ingredients. Both for my pancakes and my waffle recipe, I always add a splash of vanilla. Feel free to leave that out. I just have a voracious sweet tooth. I think they taste a little bit better. I use this Cuisinart griddler. It will probably come out better with a regular Belgian or regular waffle maker. They'll probably get a little crisper, but this one works for us. This was about 4.5 minutes in my waffle maker. Another pretty quick meal. I just scrambled some eggs, heated up some frozen Jimmy Dean sausages for breakfast for dinner, and Tim had enough left for his breakfasts for the next couple days, which made him very happy. And another new recipe I've been wanting to try. If you've watched here before, you know we love all things cheeseburger. These are cheeseburger pinwheels. I started out by heating up my skillet with some oil. I sauteed some onions and added 1 pound of ground beef. I seasoned the meat with some salt and pepper. In the meantime, I took a can of pizza crust that I rolled out on my pastry mat into a pretty large rectangle. I'm going to roll out a tube of pizza dough or pizza crust into a large rectangle while my ground beef is continuing to brown. Once the meat is browned, I'm going to take it off the heat and then add the ketchup, 3 tablespoons, mustard, 1 tablespoon, Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon, and then I'll taste it and see if it needs any more. Off the heat, we're going to let it cool about 10 minutes. The recipe said you could optionally add some cooked bacon. I always have these crumbled bacon bits from Sam's, and Tim likes meat. So we will put more meat in it and mix it up. After it's cooled about 10 minutes, then we will put it on the dough and roll it out. Spread the cheeseburger and cheese mixture out. Be sure to leave a border about 3/4 to 1 inch. I'll leave a link to the recipe I used. Then roll it up from the long end into a long log. Then I took my serrated knife and cut it into some pinwheels. I was a little concerned when I pulled one of them out because the dough seemed a little thin for the amount of meat. I did take it and test it putting it in the sprayed muffin tins, but it worked just fine. I just had to be really careful and kind of form them back when I put them in there. I topped them with a little bit of extra cheese. I got 12 pinwheels. I'm a little concerned the dough is a little thin, but we're going to put them in the oven. I've preheated it to 425. The recipe is very vague. It says till they're brown, 15, 20, 25 minutes. I did put a little more pinch of cheese on top. We're going to test these out in my oven at 425. I'll check them at about 15 or 20 and see how these pinwheels come out. Took a bag of green beans, steamed them in my microwave, and I'll finish them off in my little wok as sesame green beans. I season these simply with a little salt and pepper, a dash of soy sauce, or I use liquid aminos, some toasted sesame seeds, or you could also use a dash of sesame oil. I'm glad I set my timer early and checked them. She had said about 20 minutes. I checked mine at 15. I think they're done. She did say and I'll leave a link to the recipe that I used. I think the site is called Kitchen Divas. She did say to let them sit for about 5 minutes. They were bubbling when they first came out. And I'll finish up the other stuff and we will give them a try. I missed that part.
Still kind of hot.
They come out and they tear up. Oh, that one tore up. First one didn't. How about you get your fork? Oh, they're hot.
They're very
The
warm.
cheeseburger pinwheels are still warm. We cooled them 5 minutes. Someone is ready to eat. We've got new recipe for cheeseburger pinwheels, some loaded waffle fries with butter, sour cream, bacon, and cheese, and some sesame green beans. Someone is very excited because it's red meat and French fries and probably a heart attack on a plate. That's what cheeseburger pinwheels, potatoes, and fries is what's for dinner today.
We both love these. 2 thumbs up from us.
Because I love Tim, and his favorite thing in the whole wide world is a biscuit, and I have some buttermilk left over to use, I'm going to make him some biscuits. This is just a 3-ingredient biscuit, 2 cups of self-rising flour. I'm going to grate in a half a stick of cold butter, mix that together, and then add some buttermilk. I've got a cast iron pan greased, and it will go in a hot oven. Check the recipe. I think they're about 15 minutes until it's ready.
I mix some of it up with a spoon and then the rest with my hands. What I've always been told is that don't overwork a biscuit, so you don't want to mix it too much. It makes it tough.
Sadly, I am not the biscuit maker in the family. That honor belongs to Tim's mama. His grandmama before her and his mama are the world's best biscuit makers. My best chance for making good biscuits for Tim come out of the Pillsbury bag in the frozen section in the grocery store. But I am going to give it the old college try. 2/3 cup is not enough, so I'll get a little bit more buttermilk. Tim's grandmother and his mom never rolled out biscuits. Fancy. They always dropped them out. In their family, they call them bumpy biscuits. I guess that's the same as a rolled biscuit. We'll get them in the pan and get them in the oven.
Come home from the golf course. I'm hot, I'm hungry, and guess what my beautiful wife has made for me?
Are they edible?
You haven't guessed.
Biscuits.
Biscuits is what's for dinner.
They look pretty good.
Sure,
I am not
pretty good.
I am not the biscuit maker in the family.
I think you did a pretty fine job.
And a rare treat for me, my sister Gail came into town and we went to eat at my favorite Chinese buffet, which is open back up. It's a really large buffet. I had my camera, not my regular YouTube camera. I apologize for the size and quality of the pictures of the food. I always start off with egg drop soup and a lot of items from the sushi bar. And then I always head back for another full plate of food, which I forgot to record until I had inhaled half of it. It was delicious. I eat too much and I enjoy every bite of it. We also recently went out with some friends after church one Sunday for brunch to a place that's supposed to be awesome. They were either short-staffed or had some issues. They were out of a lot of things. Tim ended up ordering basically a fried egg sandwich with, I think he had grits on the side. He said there were worse grits he has ever had. We were very disappointed. I basically had scrambled eggs on sourdough toast. Our friend had eggs and mushrooms, and our other friend, when it finally came out, had crab cakes Benedict. I think they enjoyed theirs. We probably won't go back, but it was fun to go out and try someplace new. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this week. Take care. Have a wonderful and truly blessed day.